Hi there, Amy Starr Allen here. And in this video today, I'm excited to share with you a way to turn your selfies into studio quality headshots and save yourselves hundreds of dollars and hours of your time and the need to book a photographer to do a professional photo shoot and instead be able to turn your selfies into photos that look like you had a professional photo shoot with every type of photo that you could imagine that you would want to have in a professional photo shoot. And these are photos that you can use in all of your marketing. So this tool that I'm going to share with you was created by a company that I am absolutely in love with. You guys have probably seen me talking about another one of their tools that I use all the time in my marketing called Mockup Shots, and I've used it to create incredible book covers and covers for my lead magnets and freebie giveaways, and it just makes everything look so much more professional. So I'm not going to talk about that in this video. I do have a video about that you can check out that I will link to below this video. But for the sake of this video, I want to share their latest tool, which I'm absolutely in love with, and it's called Author Headshots. And this is not just for authors. This is for anybody that could use some professional headshots for their business or for their marketing or for your website. And wait till you see how this works and how awesome it is and how easy it is to get tons and tons of photos with the click of a button to choose from in lots of different categories, and how to even create the exact type of photo that you want from scratch. So let me show you how this works. So this is the website, and I will link to this below this video. They're actually having a really awesome special right now, and I'm going to walk you through exactly how this works. But I just also wanted to mention that if you are an author and you want to create images not just of yourself but of the characters that you write about in your book, if you do fiction, for example, and you have a character that you want to feature on the cover of your book, this is a great way to create your character images as well. I love it just for ways to create professional looking photos right from our selfies. So let me show you how this works. So the first thing you do is you just upload between 4 and 8 photos of yourself, and they just need to be, pictures like from the waist up and clear pictures. And so I uploaded 8 pictures of myself, some with my glasses and some without, because I wear my glasses 50% of the time and 50% of the time I don't, and I wanted some with both. So all I did was I uploaded pictures that, like, the ones that are like the clearest of my face are the ones that I use like in my YouTube thumbnails, which are basically selfies that I've taken with my phone. And what this tool does is it analyzes those pictures and it makes them into other pictures where you're doing all kinds of different things, but it really understands your facial features, and the pictures, a lot of them look exactly like me. So it's just a really awesome way to be able to repurpose our selfies into something more professional that we can use for all different types of purposes in our marketing and in our business. Okay, so I uploaded my pictures, and then once you upload your pictures, you click on Create Images, or just go to this drop-down menu, and you'll see there are these different categories here. So I'll show you how a few of these work. So Create Images from Library, that's where we are here. So the way this works is you just go through, and any of the pictures that you see, basically it will replace it with you. And so you can just click on the plus sign for any images that you want to create a photo of with you in these different outfits or, different locations and things like that. And what will happen is as you're clicking on these buttons, it'll start to show you the images down below that it's created for you. And you can do as many of these as you want. And there are literally hundreds. I don't even know how many there are. There might even be thousands to choose from. There's so many. So let me show you an example of some of the ones that it created for me. So here's one of them. So if you know me, you know that this looks pretty much like me. It's even the kind of clothes I wear. Most of the time I wear t-shirts, and I have an Apple computer, right? So this would be a really good example of a picture that I could use that's way better than just me taking a selfie of myself, right? Here's another one. And they have, like here's one of, if I wanted one with me dressed up a little bit or whatever with sunglasses on. So there's so many to choose from. Here's another one and another one. So like I said, you can come through and click on as many of these as you want, and it'll just generate the image. And if you don't like it, you can click on it again and it'll do it different. Like each one looks slightly different. So like, let's say I click on this one and it's generating an image of me. If I want another one of me in this same one, but like a different version of it, I would just click on it again and it will create two different images of this same type. So let me show you how they came out. There's the first one and there's the second one. So they're similar but slightly different. So this makes it really easy. If you like a certain look, but you don't like the way it comes out, it'll just keep generating this, different versions of that look for you, as many as you want until you find one that you like. So that's awesome. Anyway, there are hundreds or thousands to choose from here. Other thing that's really, really powerful is if you come under create images from collections, you can choose like the podcast collection or the musician collection or the author collection, the speaker collection. Like if you just want, it tells you how many images, like one click and you get 45 images of you speaking. One click and you get 24 images of you doing a podcast. One click and you get 24 musician images. So I did the speaker. I did a few of them. I did the speaker. Here are some examples of the speaker pictures I got. And I did the musician collection. So I'll show you some of the pictures of the musician collection that I got. And then I also did the podcast collection, so I'll show you some of those. They have fitness, superhero, business casual collection, nature collection. So you can just do one click and get as many pictures in one of these categories as you want. I'll show you some of my fitness ones. So the collections are awesome. The other thing you can do is you can create custom images. So you can just type in anything that you want. Like I typed in me playing guitar in Town Park in Telluride, Colorado. And you click on generate image and this is what it gave me, which I think looks great. So let's try another one. Me with MacBook, laptop, computer, in a coffee shop. Generate. So here's an example of where like the face looks just like me because it uses my face and everything else looks great. The hair is way longer than my hair, right? The hair doesn't look good in this one. So let's do another version of it. Generate. So that's a little better. So you see how it'll keep doing it as many times as you want it'll just create different versions of the same cue. And you can do that with any of these if you just click on the same thing again. And so you can ask it to create an image of anything at all. Let's try another one. Me in a lifeguard stand on the beach with my guitar. This is kind of crazy, but let's see. Let's try another one. Me reading a book in the mountains. So there's me reading a book in the mountains. Kind of cool, right? So you can do anything you want with these custom images. And then there's a section for character inspiration and create images with a book. So if you want, you can upload an image of your book cover and it'll create book cover images with your picture on it, or character inspiration, where you tell it what kind of character you have in your book. A fit man with black hair and a gray beard, cinematic lighting, studio portrait, right? So you just tell it like a beautiful princess in a forest. I don't know. So there's a beautiful image, a beautiful princess in the forest. And if you want another one, another version of it, just create it again and it'll create another version for you. So there's another one. So you can create characters. For me, I'm mostly excited about doing the images from the library or the collections, just, stuff to use in my marketing. But you can use this for whatever you want. And then once you've created images, it keeps all of your images in one place. So you can easily find your images, and then if you want to download it, you just click this download button and it'll save it to your computer, and then you can use it for anything that you want. And you can change the model. So here is my model, which is me. Like I said, I just uploaded 8 pictures of pictures that I've used on my thumbnails for YouTube, which are just selfies that I've taken of myself. That's where it got my face, But if you want to create another model, you can change the model. So you can, if you're married and you want to make some, professional images for your spouse or whatever, like you can add other models and create images for them as well. So it's unlimited what you can do with this tool. I also almost forgot to mention that they also have these social media posts that you can use. They have templates that you can use with your images to create really cool social media posts as well. They also, with one click, you can also create little video clips with your images as well. So this is another really amazing feature of this product. I really love this company. They really do create super high quality stuff. So anyway, there are a lot of really cool things you can do with this. If you want to learn more about it, I will leave a link below this video where you can learn more about it. Like I said, they're having a really good deal right now where you get, for $97, you get lifetime access, which is awesome. This is expiring soon. It's normally $500. So be sure and take advantage of this if this sounds like something that you want to use. I will say every time I invest in one of their tools, I'm always really happy about it because I get a ton of use out of it. Not to mention, they have an amazing affiliate program. So if you love it, like I do, and you share it with other people, they pay a generous affiliate commission for that as well. So it's an easy way to get the cost of your own tool covered by sharing it with a few other people. I think this tool is invaluable because I know for a lot of us, scheduling a photo shoot and then hoping that you get as many photos as you really want to be able to use from that photo shoot can be expensive and timely. So to have a tool like this where we can just have images that look like us and regenerate them as much as we need to get them to look the way that we want them to for just a one-time fee of $97, I think is invaluable. So let me know if you have any questions. I'll leave the link below where you can learn more, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.